here to show our gratefulness for those that have shown us as aviators the way. And with Jim being both on the pilot side and the mechanic side, you know, David and I, we can't say enough, Jim. We really appreciate everything you've done to help bring the aviation industry forward for all of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to present you with the Pilot Award, the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award. And to be considered eligible for the Master Pilot Award, you have to make application to the FAA. That's what David and I do. We review these applications. You have to have 3 letters of recommendation by your peers. Either a resume or a brief history on you has to be submitted. We then pull your airman records directly from Oklahoma City and validate that you never been revoked and neither of your certificates were. I mean, it was pretty obvious that you were more than eligible for these awards. So with the airman records, this is your official copy of your airman records. This is absolutely everything we have on file for you down in Oklahoma City. And it's all good. Verified. And what makes it official is this blue ribbon seal right here. That is what makes it an official airman record. This has everything from where your student pilot certificate was issued, where you received your private pilot certificate, your instrument commercial, your A&P, your IA. Every time you did IA renewals, yeah, look familiar, is all here. So we'd like to present you with an official copy of your airman records.
Thank you.
You got quite a yeah, you do. So, get the right letters here. I need, and we got 3. Thank you, sir. So, your wife's here, right? if she could come on up.
I guess that's me.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Dory.
Dory.
Nice
Yes.
to meet you. So, part of the award presentation is we have these lapel pins that we give to the recipients and the spouses as well. How long have you guys been married?
57 years.
57 years. Wow. So you've been around
I've been around it all.
it all. So we have a letter that our FSDO manager wrote that I'd like to read to the group, if I may. It says, "Dear Mr. Bartholomew, on behalf of the Federal Aviation Administration and the Des Moines Flight Standards District Office, I take great pride in presenting you the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award in recognition of your 50 years of aeronautical experience as an aviator. This award was initiated by the FAA in honor of the first pioneers of flight, Orville and Wilbur Wright. In doing so, we are recognizing and honoring those that have contributed and maintained safe flight operations for 50 or more years. Like you, there are pilots who have brought the aviation industry forward for the enjoyment and benefit of future generations of men and women who will look to the skies. This award acknowledges your exemplary service, professionalism, dedication to aviation safety, recognized by your peers, and the appreciation of countless pilots to whom you have showed the way. I extend to you my best wishes in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Kyle Thurston, manager of the Des Moines Flight Standards District Office." Now, here's your chance to pin this on him. And I will turn my back if I have to.
Okay, where do you want it? Your collar's too thick, maybe.
So here, we also have a pin for you. Like you said, you've been around it just as long.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is something Jim can validate, David, John. If it wasn't for somebody at home that supported our habit, there's no way we could do this.
For sure.
So because of that, we would like to say thank you as well. So, Mrs. Bartholomew, the Federal Aviation Administration Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award is given to pilots in recognition of their 50 years of aeronautical experience. And we understand that requires the dedication and support of a very special spouse for that to happen. And that sentence is the truest sentence I've ever spoken in my whole life. as a token of appreciation for your sacrifice and commitment to Jim's 50-plus years of flying, the FAA and the Des Moines Flight Standards District Office would like to present you with the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award Spouse Recognition. Sincerely, Kyle Thurston, Manager of the Des Moines Flight Standards District Office. Jim, here's your chance.
This is not good. First of all, his fingers probably don't work.
Well, my golly, got her on there in pretty good shape, looks to me like.
I'm not quite as handy, but
Well, I've stolen one piece.
So this is the official certificate that the FAA presents. This is what will officially recognize you as a master pilot in the eyes of the FAA. Right now, I didn't run the numbers, but I believe there's a little over 9,500 master pilots right now, and you being one. And right now in Iowa, I believe there's over 130. So you're in a fairly small group if you think about the number of pilots, actual airman certificates that are out. But this certificate presented to you, James Francis Bartholomew, in recognition of your 50 years of exemplary aviation flight experience, designated distinguished professionalism and steadfast commitment to the aviation safety, signed by Patricia Mathis, who is our, David and I's boss at the national level, the National Fast Team, dated June 2025. And we even got Orville and Wilbur to sign it. We had to do a little digging to get that. But this is your official certificate recognizing you as a master pilot in the eyes of the FAA.
thank you.
And this plaque, believe it or not, is not part of the official award, but it is something that we do offer for purchase. I really wish it was the official award, because that is better than any piece of paper. But again, you know, from the Federal Aviation Administration, the Department of Transportation, today, June 6, 2025, in recognition of your 50 years of exemplary aviation flight experience and commitment to aviation safety, presented to you, Mr. James Francis Bartholomew. And on behalf of the FAA, on behalf of the Des Moines Flight Standards District Office, when we told everybody down there that you were getting the award, everybody thought it was more than deserving. And that's the God's honest truth. Nobody once ever raised an eyebrow. They said, oh yeah, absolutely. They really did. So congratulations from all of us. Congratulations. And to say it's an honor to give this to you, Jim, that is an understatement.
Thank you.
And you're not done. You got more.
All right, alongside with the Wright Brothers Award, there's another award for 50 years as a mechanic. And it's called the Charles Taylor Award. They briefly said something in the video who Charles Taylor was. Well, he was the mechanic. Charles Taylor was a genius. He built the first engine for those guys for that airplane with a file, a hammer, and a chisel out of block metal. Made the crankshaft, made the pieces. There's some guys out in California that recently rebuilt the engine. Took them 3 years with modern tools to copy that engine from those days. So Jason said that we have over about 130 master pilots in Iowa. You're going to be the 45th master mechanic from Iowa. You might be either 12th or 13th to ever get both.
In the country.
In
In the country. You're only like 5 in Iowa.
5 in Iowa. So this is a really, really big deal. So once again, these are the master mechanic pins. I'll go ahead and give those to you. The letters are absolutely identical, except for the part where it gives a lot more credit for the spouse to put up with a mechanic. They're very much the same. They're from our office manager at the Des Moines FSDO, and Jason touched on it, and they're like, he's very deserving. Why doesn't he have this already? What have you guys been doing? You know, they're asking us. But anyway, here's the letters to go with those pins as well. And if you guys want to stab each other again, that's fine. But I have the official, this is the official award. This is the Charles Taylor Master Mechanic Award, and it says presented to James Francis Bartholomew in recognition of your 50 years of exemplary aviation maintenance experience, distinguished professionalism, steadfast commitment to aviation safety. I present you the Charles Taylor Master Mechanic Award. And some sponsor was super nice to do both plaques. These plaques are really amazing. And it says the same thing. It says, in 50 years of dedicated service in aviation safety, the Department of Transportation, the Federal Aviation Administration grants the Charles Taylor Master Mechanic Award to James Francis Bartholomew on June 16, 2025, in recognition of your 50 years of exemplary aviation maintenance experience. Congratulations.
It's all yours. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody coming out for this. Can't say enough about the people in this room. Half of them in this room I taught to fly. Some of them worked for me, and some of them helped me get started. Bob and Phyllis Fisher here were the FBO at Carroll Airport for years. And when I first got started, Bob helped me along. Because when you first start out as a mechanic, you're just an airframe and power plant mechanic. You don't have the inspection authorization. You have to be a mechanic, I think, 3 years before you can apply for the inspection authorization. As Bob always came over and did my inspection stuff for me. He would always find something I did wrong or forgot to do. But he helped me along with the flying stuff too. Sold me 2 or 3 new airplanes because he was a Piper dealer at that time. So I really owe a lot to Bob for helping me along the way when I got started. And I guess, most people don't have the opportunity to make a career out of something they love. And I did. I got started basically when I was a little kid. My dad was a pilot, and we used to go ride with him. You have to sit on boat cushions so we could see out and stuff. And then, of course, I got into mechanics in aviation field in the Air Force. In 1965, I joined the Air Force and became a jet engine mechanic on the F-105 fighter bomber. And I spent 4 years in the Air Force. And when I came back from overseas, an F-105 pilot taught me to fly. And then after we got out of the military, I went to Iowa Western Community College down in Council Bluffs and got my mechanics license. And I worked at the Denison Airport for a year and a half, not quite 2 years, in partnership with Charles Hawley, who run the Denison Airport. And then I moved up to Storm Lake in the fall of 1964, and worked for a guy named Dick Whited, who was the manager of the airport at that time. And that was where I learned to fly crop dusters. That was my start. And then in January 1976, I took over the airport as manager, and the rest is history. I was used to kid about coming with, people thought I came with the fixtures, and I did. This building wasn't here when I came. And so, I guess to say the rest is history. I can't thank people enough. My 2 sons I taught to fly, and they both work with me now. One's a mechanic and the other's a flight instructor, and they're both crop dusters now too. And my wife, she got her license too. And my daughter, she soloed, but never got her license because she got busy with college and so on and never finished it. And then my son John has twin granddaughters, and both of them just got their pilot's license this last year on the same day. And they tend to do everything the same or the other. And got one notorious guy here, Louis Moldova. He started working for me the first year I took over the airport as a mechanic. And he's been with me off and on. It seemed like every time he came to work for me, I'd wreck an airplane. And I blamed him for it.
But you live, and good luck.
Yeah. So anyway, again, thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Jack.
Out of the AP FISDO down by Des Moines, this is Jason Glass. He's my tag team partner with the FAST team. And we're here today to do something that I think is the most favorite thing I get to do in my whole entire job, my whole life, is give out some really cool awards to a really cool deserving person. And what we got a real short video about the Wright Brothers Award. I'll talk about the Charles Taylor Award when this is done. Jason, if you want to just give a little bit about this, and we'll start right in.
So what we have here is we have just a 13-minute video about the Wright Brothers, how the award come about, and the process to receive the award.
December 17th, 1903. The place was Kitty Hawk. Something new was happening in the sky above North Carolina. Humans at last found a way to join the birds. It was the first time ever a machine carrying a man powered itself successfully through the air. The story of Wilbur and Orville Wright is a story about those who inspired, those who touched their lives, and those who aided the Wright brothers before, during, and after their name came to life. These experiences forged who the brothers would become. What Wilbur and Orville Wright achieved would both open up the skies and shrink the planet. It would change civilization permanently.